Yeah, a lot went into it. I talked to a lot of guys who are in the league that I have really close relationships with. I talked to obviously guys in my class, seeing what their heads were at. But at the end of the day, it came down to my decision, and I thought I just wasn't content with my college career yet. A lot of guys come in with dreams and aspirations of what they want to do, and for the most part, my on-field experience has been good. But I feel like in terms of what I want to show for myself, what I want to leave behind, it wasn't quite where I wanted it yet. And so it was a long conversation with my family, especially my parents. But I feel like I chose to come back, and I haven't regretted it since. Once I decided to come back, I feel like the weight was lifted off my shoulders. I felt like I was being able to come back with my brothers one more time and just play fast and play free again.
When you say you didn't have the career you wanted, where is it lacking at this point?
No, I mean, it's called it is what it is. We just want to win. We just want to win games. We want to execute plays, and I feel like yeah, we've won games, but we haven't won games that we've wanted to win here. So just trying to come back and try to do it one more time with my brothers and just have fun again.
You mentioned that some people you reached out to kind of talk to them guys, you guys here. Who were some of those people that you talked to?
Paris Johnson is one of my closest friends. I talked to him a lot about what he thinks I should do. And I talked to basically all the O-line guys, Thayer, Nick Petit. I reached out to CJ. I reached out to basically any guys who I had a connection with in the NFL, seeing if they were in my shoes, what would they do? And they all give me varying opinions. It's everyone's decisions, but at the end of the conversation, they all said, "Hey, man, but it's your decision to make." So I really appreciate those guys. I mean, that's called the brotherhood for a reason, man. Like once guys go off to the next level, they still reach back and help out guys here, which is why I love this place so much. But I'm glad that I'm back. I'm glad to get after it again.
Donovan, when it comes to forming some chemistry with guys, it's easier for receivers and quarterbacks, I'm sure, to get out here and just throw with each other. But for you, trying to form some chemistry with Seth and line up with him in the center, where does that start? And then do you feel like you're going to be able to hit the ground running with that here this spring?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like in terms of chemistry, there's only so much you can do as an O-lineman with not hitting something. So I mean, we're big. We go out to eat. We'll go out to eat. We'll hang out. We'll just try to build that chemistry to where he's obviously he's the new guy in the group. So we're just trying to try to introduce him in, seeing and he's a great person. He's fit in just fine. But just going out to eat for the most part.
You guys are right there with Alabama as one of the best programs in the country. But to know that he has started a couple years at Alabama, does that kind of give him a little bit of that credibility? There's an easier starting point here to trust him beside me. You know what I'm trying to say?
I mean, he is a couple good years on film. Obviously, he was a part of a great program. Now he's a part of Ohio State. So it's new terminology to learn, new system to learn. But it's just like all the guys coming in, all the young guys coming in. It's just it's gonna be like a learning curve. He's gonna have to learn how to get with it, and we're just excited to get to work here with spring ball coming up.
What's your guys' favorite spot to eat at?
So with Seth, we went to Thurman's Cafe, and that was pretty good. Another great burger. There's a couple spots that we want to hit next. I'm taking suggestions from the strength coaches because Coach Higgs, Coach KP always has great suggestions. But so far it's just been Thurman's. But we go out fast food places too. But just trying to get good sit down spots that we're trying to look for.
Did you eat the whole burger?
Oh, I ate the whole burger. It was more of a pride thing to eat the whole burger.
Don't you find that the bun doesn't hold together well enough on these burgers?
You
more integrity.
No, you definitely gotta find a way.
Eat faster.
No, you have to squeeze from the back, because I feel like when people squeeze from the middle, the burger slips out from the back, and then you're like, well, now I gotta eat with my fork or my hands. If you squeeze from the back of it, it stays in the front, stays in position. Yeah. It's a science. It's a science.
Sorry to cut. Josh, on the other side of you, what have you seen from him this winter makes you think he's taking a step here this spring?
Simmons?
Yeah.
Okay, we got 3 Joshes. But
You want to line up next to one?
yeah, you're right. That might be on me. But Josh is taking great strides, in terms of just the film room. Getting better, getting more. Obviously, he has a year under his belt now, so obviously he's expected to play faster, more free, and I feel like he's taking great strides towards that. In the meeting room, he's answering questions a lot faster. He's being more confident in himself, and that's all you can do as a guy who is has had a year under his belt. So I'm excited to see what he can do.
You were the Bison guy your freshman year.
Yeah.
Stepped into a starting role as a sophomore. Luke at times last year was the Bison guy, trying to step into a starting role this year. Has he talked to you at all about that, and what advice did you have for him?
I mean, not really for Luke, but just any young guy or a guy who's aspiring to start is like, if you're aspiring to start, you have to be the 5 best. It's just the philosophy we're going with. Like the 5 best guys who can move a man from point A to point B will play. And Luke is definitely a very talented person, but just like him and everybody else, we're just gonna have to restart and see where everybody shuffles into the 5 spots.
That competition on the right side, from your perspective, where does it stand? How confident are you that there's going to be people step up there, and who's standing out in your eyes?
We have a lot of talented guys that could fill in at any time. In terms of who's standing out, we're gonna have to see in spring ball. Everyone trains hard. I mean, everyone's numbers improved. Everyone got skinnier, faster, stronger. But as you can see, a little skinnier. But yeah, in terms of who's gonna come out for that spot, it's just competition, man. That's the crucible of the spring football. A lot of guys go in, but only one guy can play. So it's just kind of fun to see what's gonna happen.
Donovan, you didn't have the benefit of a spring playing next to Josh Simmons. What will these 15 practices mean for the two of you as you continue to, I don't want to say more comfortable, because I'm sure you are comfortable now, but just like continue building that relationship moving forward?
Yeah, it's just more reps. The more reps you do, the more the game slows down. So especially going against a talented defense that we have, I feel like we have no choice but to get better. So I'm looking forward to it. These next 15 practices are going to be fun. So just trying to get after it.
I wonder sometimes if we make too much of that, like learning how to play with the guy next to you. I guess how much of a challenge is that whenever there's a new guy next to you either side? How long does it take to feel like you're kind of on the same page?
Well, everyone's different. Some guys take different steps. Some guys strike differently. Everyone fits into blocks differently. And so just trying to find the rhythm to see where you can fit in so you're working together in the same pattern. So whenever there's a new person next to you, it takes like a little bit of adjustment period. But everyone that comes here is talented. So we all work really fast. We all work really well together. But it's just having the experience and the reps together. It just goes a long way.
Donovan, for you, last time we talked to you before the Cotton Bowl, I know you're still eating it yourself about Michigan game. How do you compartmentalize that? Tell yourself that how good you are, and not let that continue to fester with you through the spring, but also use it as motivation, because I'm sure that you are until next week.
Yeah, I mean,
I know that wasn't easy for you. Talk to us even about it. So I was just wondering how that has progressed with your thought process.
Yeah, I mean, it certainly wasn't a easy time in my life. It was something I really don't like talking about too much, but I mean, it's definitely something I use for motivation. Anytime I do anything in terms of what we've done past is just winter training. So anytime I lift with intent. So I know that in that situation again, I'm stronger, faster than I was before. I've obviously talked to my dad, talked to my coaches a lot about if I coming back, I have to be better than obviously I was last year. And so and it's definitely a driving factor of what I do, waking up in the morning to put myself in the right position to where I don't do that again, basically.
You said you're lifting with intent. Is that, obviously you always lift with intent, but has that even been a shift for you this offseason compared to previous off seasons here?
Well, I feel like it's not just me, but everybody. I mean, this offseason's been great. There's been a lot of energy, a lot of juice in everything we do. There hasn't been a dull moment, I feel like, in the 7 weeks we've been training. So I feel like everyone has a sense of urgency, like we're not here just to, lift, run, and get out of here. Like, no, we're trying to be better. And our whole thing is winning the moment. We got to win the day. And if you walk out the building feeling that you didn't improve than what you were yesterday, then that's a failed opportunity. So we're just trying to do what we can with how long we can, and trying to represent Ohio State and the names on our back in the right way.
For a lot of us, we've seen some pretty marked changes in Ryan Day since the end of last season. Have you guys seen those shifts in him, and maybe his mindset or the way that he's walking around the building a little differently? What have you seen from him the last couple of months?
Well, he's been out recruiting for the most part, but yeah, I mean, there's definitely a demeanor shift in everyone in the facility. I feel like we're not dumb. Like we know what we have in this building. We know what we can do, but it all comes down to what we can do together as a team and a unit. So we're just trying to come together as a team and just execute plays.
Taking a broader look at your season last year, where do you see as the areas you can grow as a player?
I mean, the main things is working out in space, second level mechanics, and just straining on the back end of plays. I feel like those are the main areas I definitely need to work on. Going back and watching every play of last year, there are a lot of things I did well, but like well isn't going to get you far. I mean, I got to be great in those areas. So it's a fun thing about football. You're never at a point where you're like, hey, I'm good, because you're never good. There's always something you can improve on.
Donovan, Chip Kelly likes to run the ball,
Yeah.
obviously. Is there any element of anticipation for you as an offensive lineman? Getting to maybe do some more road grading this year and get downhill and attack guys that way.
Yeah, I mean, I like running downhill. And with Coach Kelly coming in and putting in his style of scheme, it's been pretty fun. Obviously, we have two great, not just two, a lot of great backs that can run the ball and can hit holes fast. So I'm very excited to see what we can do, especially upcoming spring ball and going forward in the season.
Are you going to move yourself to running back in the new video game?
I actually will. I already told my parents I'm going to be 74 at quarterback.
Okay.
We'll see where they.
Quarterback?
Yeah.
I thought maybe running back.
No. I'm gonna be a dual threat quarterback.
Okay.
We'll see if they get my speed
I saw
right.
you playing safety in walkthroughs over there.
I know. You saw my back pedal? It was pretty nice.
How excited are you for that? Like, I don't know. Like Berm said over there to Lincoln, sometimes we forget that you guys are like 18 to 22-year-old kids.
Yeah.
And like, how excited are you to just like see yourself in a video?
I mean, that's something you dream of growing up. The last one was NCAA 14.
Play a lot.
I did play it a lot. I played it till the disc basically fell apart. But I just being able to obviously see myself in the game, and it's gonna be really a cool experience. Yeah.
Who was your team before?
So I like playing the mascot with my sister, and we like playing the Stanford trees, because the Stanford tree's cool
Now you're
looking.
talking my language.
Yeah.
Thanks, Don.
Yeah.
Thank you, Don.
Anything else for Donovan?
I'm on good.
All right. Thanks, Don.
Yep.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it.